So here's another video for Newton's method, and here's the equation that we've grown to love so very much because it makes things so much simpler to do, and y'all can just figure it out as I'm writing it as far as the f of x's and f primes and all that good stuff. Okay, so there's our equation. Looking at the review sheet, we are given an equation of f of x is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 1, and again our x1 is equal to 2, so we go ahead and take the derivative of our f of x and we get 2x minus 3. And so now we just go ahead and start plugging away into the Newton's method equation. And so we have our x2, which we're trying to find, is equal to our x1, which is 2, minus our f of x1. So we're going to have our x1 squared minus 3 times our x1 plus 1 over the derivative of our function. So that is just going to be 2 times our x1 minus 3. Okay, so if there's any questions where that came from, our x1 is being plugged in for our x up top, and for the derivative our x is being plugged in, is being replaced by our x1, which is 2. So whenever we go through and actually do our calculations, we get 2 minus 4, which is 2 squared, minus 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1, all over 2 times 2, which is 4, minus 3, and so that comes out to 2 minus 4 minus 6 gives us negative 2, plus 1 gives us negative 1, over 4 minus 3, which gives us 1, so that is going to be equal to 2 plus 1, because we have a minus and a minus, so that becomes a plus. And so that's really easy to see that we have 3 as our x2. Okay, so now we just use our x2 and repeat the process. So just like before, here's the equation that we're going to be using to find our x3, and here's our original x2. So just substitute in the 3 everywhere you see x2. So we're going to have 3 minus, and then our f of x was x squared minus 3x plus 1, and our f prime of x is 2x minus 3. So just substitute that in, so we have 3 squared minus 3 times 3 plus 1 all over 2 times 3 minus 3. So that is going to give us 3 minus 9 minus negative 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 over 2 times 3 is 6, minus 3. So there's where we're sitting. Go ahead and do those calculations. 3 minus 9 minus 9 is 0 plus 1, so we have 1. And that's going to be over 6 minus 3, which is 3. So now we have our fraction and a whole number, so we need our common denominator. 9 over 3 is equal to 3. And so that has the same denominator as a third right there. So now we just say 9 over 3 minus 1 over 3 is equal to 8 thirds. So that is our x3. And now we need to check that by plugging our 8 thirds into the original equation. Okay, so there's what we know. And then whenever we plug everything in, we will have 8 thirds squared minus 3 times 8 thirds plus 1. And whenever you plug that into your calculator, you get approximately 0.11111, goes on and on. And as you can see, that is almost 0. And so that answer checks out. So those are 3 videos over Newton's method. And so we should have a pretty good grasp as far as how to do that.